time in YouTube, and welcome back to a new announcement for the channel. Today I am pleased to announce the CBA is going to be taking up a good portion of our weekend slots. So Deck Wizard, for those of you who want to know, is not going away this week, but it'll be going away for a little bit. We are finishing off our Wormadam series, but unfortunately it will be disappearing for a couple weeks until the CBA is done. We're going to be doing a team builder and a match on Saturday, Sunday. That way you guys get two little videos, and it kind of makes it a little easier on me to plan and do all this kind of stuff. But anyway, you guys are probably wondering what the CBA is. Well, the CBA is a Showdown battle tournament. Pretty much, we got to draft, there's 12 teams of us, 12 teams of us, where we draft 12 Pokemon. For the divisions, for the tiers, you have OU, UU, RU, and NU, and we got to draft 3 Pokemon from each. Obviously, it'll be in a snake-like format, so say I started first, right? We go right to the top, go all the way down, and then when the good old number 12 got to pick, after that long time of waiting, they get to pick again, and it'll go all the way back up, and then all the way back down, and then all the way back. You get the idea. Anyways, so we've already done that. That'll be in a video for Wednesday, as unfortunately TCGO was broken, destroyed, and not very good this week. So it will be coming up again for next week. Don't worry, TCGO's not going anywhere. TCGO Battles seems to be the best thing for the channel, and I'm excited to keep them going. So don't you worry, they're not going anywhere. But Deck Wizard, like I said, will be taking a break. With that being said, so I'll be showcasing all the teams here as I go over them. Just this way you guys have a familiar idea of who's involved. So this is a local tournament. I wanted to mention this to you as well. So there aren't any YouTubers other than myself that are part of this. 2 of the teams have specified they may try doing recordings while they're doing this. So you never know. They might have battles, and if they do, I will link them to I will link their portion of the video to you guys. That way you guys have access to it. But let's get straight into this. So the very first team is the Avalugs. My friend Quinn, he owns them. He is one of the scariest battlers in the tournament. He has tons of skill behind him. He has had a lot of really neat tricks. He's had something you can't really prepare for. He would probably be what I would call like my CBA rival. Him and I always have to have it off, and we have usually pretty epic games. Next up would be the Beartix, which is actually my girlfriend, Lady Eon. You're not going to get her actual name. No. She has actually done all the work on the logos, and she's actually a previous champion. She wasn't last season, she was season 3's. I was fortunate to actually be season 4's champion, and I'm looking to possibly claim it again. But anyways, she is obviously a very scary player. She has maintained a fantastic ratio over the period of the seasons, and she'll be a fantastic match. You guys will definitely want to check out that match when it comes up. Next up is the San Diego Charizards, who is a good friend of mine, Jacob. I've actually battled him on TCGO. He ran a Delphox deck. Anyway, he is in the CBA as well, and we are going to be battling it off one more time. He's been in it since the very beginning, and he is a very interesting battler. He comes up with these great strategies, and then he doesn't really alter them too much, so we're going to have to see if he can change up his plays this time. I'm pretty sure he'll be fantastic this season. I really do want to see him play fantastic and get just so much better. But anyway, moving on to the new threat of the tier. The Rammer Wood Go-Goats is definitely the biggest threat in the season now after Quinn and my girlfriend. The Go-Goats were a brand new team last season. It is run by a man named Houndoom, and again, very scary battler. We were not expecting what to come, because again, he was brand new to the series, and last season he went 10-1 before playoffs. The only person, my ratio as well was 10-1, and I only lost to Houndoom. So the Go-Goats are a big threat, and they are a powerhouse team. So, with that being further ado, we're going to move on, and we have the Gold Ducks. The mighty Gold Ducks are part of this one, and they are run by a friend of mine named TJ. Well, TJ is a weird battler. Let's just say this, he drafted an Eevee last season. And I'm not saying that it was a bad pick, because obviously not obviously, but he never brought it for one. But he had it threatened that he had a couple of videos where he actually showcased, a sweep or two with the Eevee, which happens. If you get the right setup and the right move pool and everything, that Eevee can technically sweep, but you know what? It's an Eevee. So I'm interested to see what kind of tricks he has this year. Next up is the Sault Ste. Marie Houndooms. Pretty much the Sault Houndooms is what I'm going to be calling them from here on in. Anyway, the Houndooms are a threat as well. They came 4th last season, and they have very scary mons usually. He is a Wobbuffet player, loves the thing to death, and I'm going to say this right now, he had one of the best plays last season. I had a core of Heatran and Suicune. He brings Wobbuffet in on the Heatran. Well, I can't do too much. He knocks my Heatran out. And in comes my Suicune. Well, he only had like 10% HP. Not bad, not bad. I was fortunate enough to say, you know what? I'm not going to go for the knockout here. I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. And I am so thankful I did, because he cussed up Barry Destiny Bonded. And if I had landed that hit, I would have been knocked out. So, needless to say, the Sault Houndooms are a threat. They know how to play, they know what they're doing, and it'll be a very fun game coming up. Next up is another previous series champion, the London Lopunnies, run by my friend Nico. Again, I will not be linking any of these people so that you don't actually have to worry. Their names are just names. They're not getting linked or anything. If they have a battle, that's when they get linked, or if they have a Twitter that they want me to showcase, that's where they'll get done up, but that's it. Anyway, Nico started off very, very power heavy last season. Let's just say this. Turn 1, I come in, and I have a Liepard. He had a Salamence, gonna D-dance, and he was gonna try and sweep me right off the bat, knowing what my team was. It was like, thank you for having Liepard as my lead, because I can just T-wave and I can just slow this thing down, no problem whatsoever. It'll not be a threat, and that's pretty much what I did, and the Liepard handled that Salamence really well. Moving on, next up will be me. I'm doing these in alphabetical order. I am the Louisville Noibats. Come on, guys. I was going Noibats, really? It was an expectation. It was a guaranteed thing. I was going Noibats, and there's nothing to do with it. So here's the mascot. Oh, here is the logo for it. Again, I'm going to be trying to do all this edit properly. I have been in it for 5 seasons. I am the co-creator of it, and I am the one that usually does all the backlogging, making sure everybody gets their battles in on time. And then between me and Eon, we do the points. So she's the one that keeps all the paperwork together, where I am the figurehead and the one trying to get everything done properly. Next up is a brand new team, the Pittsburgh Piplups. We know nothing about her. Her name is Rebecca. I don't mean nothing as in I don't know who she is. Again, she is a friend of mine. I don't know her playstyle. I don't know what she's expecting from this. It is her first season in a draft-like format. So, with that being said, I also play her first week. So it'll be kind of exciting to see what kind of threat she's going to be. Next up is the Los Angeles Reshiram. Again, this one is ran by a friend of mine named Jill. Again, played her in the TCG where I got crushed, and if you guys haven't watched that episode, I recommend doing so because it was fantastic. But the Reshiram are one of the scarier teams because she does know how to draft. Well, at least from the draft we had, she knew how to draft. And now I'm kind of interested to see how her playstyle is going to be now that everything's said and done. She is playing Lady Eon in week 1, so that again will be a very intimidating match because the two of them, well, again, Lady Eon is a fantastic battler, so it'll be kind of scary to see how this brand new team can handle it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Next up is the Sydney Swannas, hosted by Vespa King. You guys have definitely seen him before, twice actually, in TCGO and on Showdown. This time around, though, we will have a drafted team, not a random team, so he might actually get the revenge this time. For those of you who don't know, he actually lives in Australia. So that's why he is the Sydney Swannas. Most of us do not live in our own towns, just so you guys know. Most of us all live in the same town, or variation of it. So we're all pretty close. With that being said, the Sydney Swannas are a big threat. They're that team, so in every division, you have a team that likes to be fat. This team is fat. He picked pretty much every wall he can grab in the game. I can spoil his core. He has Mega Sableye Chansey, and we have to try and beat that. Again, I'll showcase my team next time, but we'll worry about that later. And the final team of the draft is the San Francisco Sylveons, hosted by my friend Tristan. He and the Swannas are the two that are hoping to possibly do recordings, so we're going to see if that works out. But, needless to say, that is the teams. Tristan is a fantastic battler. He picks really weird teams, I'm not going to lie, and he has very particular favorites. But he has made it work. He came third last season, and obviously you can never put a person down when he is in the top 3 of a 12-line division. So, gotta give him props for that. Those are the 12 teams. We are going to be trying to see if I can get these things all sort of set up and able to see if I can get more battles for you guys to watch. But you'll at least get my 12 battles. After that, we go into division lineup. So pretty much the rules of this one, what differentiates us from other other leagues, is you do not, for playoff purposes, okay? What happens is you play all 11 other teams. Okay, so there's 11 weeks guaranteed. Now, you are placed in a division. It's you and 2 other people. So I am in a division with the Sylveons and the Piplups, which is great. I don't know who I'm going to be worried about more. But at the end of the season, to make playoffs, I only have to be higher in my score than one of those other teams. Beautiful. Then, playoffs happen. Playoffs. So you have your A, B, C, D divisions. We've named them Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. But I am in B division, which is Johto. And pretty much how it works out is, in this division, I have to defeat one before playoffs, and then I have to play one to become the division champion. And then I would go off to, say, play against, because I'm in B division, I'll be playing A division, and likewise C and D will be playing off. And then whoever wins there goes to the finals, and that will be our champion. Our brand new champion for Season 5 will be announced in pretty much 15 weeks at this point. So I'm kind of excited for that. That'll be a very nice little battle and great thing. I know this is going a little longer than I was hoping it for. Anyway, that is pretty much the CBA. I will be going over our team in the next video on Wednesday, as again, TCGO was kind of, it didn't work out this week. Let's just say that much. I had most of the videos done. I have deck analysis done, but the 2 battles it just did not work out. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. But until then, time out.